Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 baseball. We got the Chicago Cubs visiting the Milwaukee Braves here on the channel. It is the 20th game for the Braves here on the 10th of May. So let's go down here and look at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs. Leading off, playing right field is Will. Batting second, playing second is Zimmer. Batting third, playing left is Williams. Batting fourth, playing short is Mr. Cub himself, Ernie Banks. Batting fifth, playing third is Santo. Batting sixth, playing first is Roach. Batting seventh, playing center is Heist. And behind the plate, doing the catching is Burkle. And on the mound, batting ninth is Dick Ellsworth for the Cubs. Let's take a look at the Braves starting lineup here. And you got batting first, playing right field is May. Batting second, playing second is Bolin. Batting third, playing third is Matthews. Batting fourth, playing center is Hammer and Hank. Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left field is Frank Thomas. Batting seventh, playing short is Roy McMillan. And doing the catching and batting eighth is Lowe. And on the mound, no other than Lou Burdette. Batting ninth for the Braves. Let's get down to the field here and get this ball game started. And here we go with the first pitch from Lou to Will. And right away we got 2-ball and no strike count on Will. And he takes advantage of this hitter's count and lines that ball in between right and center for a leadoff double. Not the way the Braves want to start this game here in Milwaukee. So right away, Will's on second in scoring position for Zimmer. And here we go with the pitch to Zimmer. What can Don do here? And Lou strikes him out. One down here in the top of the first. Brings up Billy Williams. And a 53, that's a 17. That's not going to be good. First on air, running to third. And matter of fact, Will is going to score because he's F. An error on May out in right field. Not the way the Braves wanted this game to start. 2-base error. And Williams ends up at first. What do we got here? We got an error on the right fielder. An R. 2. And it's not taking that. Why not? Error. Error on the right fielder. Runner 2, 2. There we go. And Williams will end up in first. And the score is 1-0 with the Braves yet to bat. And here comes Mr. Cub himself. Banks up with a 41. That might be the Braves' best friend. That ball is hit down to McMillan. Over the Frank. Over the Joe. And that's your 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. But one unearned run is scored. And it's 1-0. Braves coming up the bat. Here comes May. Let's see if he can make up for that costly error in the first. And he's going to hit that ball down the third. Santo's up with it. Fires over the first. 1 out. Here comes Frank Bolin up. And he's going to strike Frank out. Nice pitch by Dick Ellsworth. 2 down here in the first. Here comes Eddie Matthews. And he's going to hit that ball in the right field for a single. Gets on for Hank Hammer and Hank's up now with a runner on first. What Hank Aaron can do here in the bottom of the first. And he strikes out Hank. Now to win the inning, Braves leave one. So we go to the top of the second. It's 1-0, the bad guys, the Cubbies. Here we go. Ron Santo to lead it off here in the second. And a 42. That's a 2-ball, no strike count on Ron. And Ron walks the hard way on 2 dice rolls. Who walks the leadoff runner? Here comes Mel Roach, who just a few days ago was a Brave. And a 35, he strikes Mel out. 1 down here in the top of the second. Here comes Al Heist. 53, that's a 16. That's not going to be good. Oh, that's not bad. That's a Hank Aaron's out there and makes the play in center field. 2 down. Here's Burktail. Let's see what Burt can do. 53, that's a 20. And that's a first on error. The Braves are really muffing it up. That's an error by Frank out there at second. He mussed the ball. Everybody's safe. So now we got first and second and 2 outs. That gets the pitcher out of the way. It would have been nice to have him leading off the top of the third, but no, he gets a chance here. Ellsworth is hitting 222 on the year, so you got to be careful with him. And a 36, and that ball is popped up the short. Millen's got that. That'll end the inning. So the Cubbies leave 2-1, and we go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Cubs. Due up is Joe Adcock, followed by Thomas and McMillan here in the bottom of the second. Here comes Joe, and he hits that ball down the short, and Mr. Cub throws over the first to Mel for the first out of the second inning. Here comes Mr. Frank Thomas, and he gets a hold of this one. That ball is driven down the right field line for a double. Nice piece of hitting by Frank against his former teammates. It was only 2 or 3 days ago. He was a Cubby. So we got a runner on second for Mac. See if he can drive him in here and tie this game up. And I don't believe that ball is a liner hit down the second. Frank's able to get back in time though. So 2 outs now for Charlie. See if he can get a key 2-base hit here. 24, no, he's going to fly out the Billy Williams in left, and that'll end it as the Braves strand Frank at second. We go to the top of the third, still 1-0 Cubs. Here comes Mr. Will, the top of the lineup, 55 and 8, and that's going to be a single in the left center as Hank grabs that and throws it in. The leadoff runner's aboard for the 3rd inning in a row. Lou can't get that guy out. Here comes Zimmer. What can Zimmy do? A 53. That's a 19. That's a single to left, runner to second. So first 2 batters are on here in the top of the third. Nobody out. That brings up your 3, 4, and 5 hitter. Here's Billy Williams. 41, that's what the Braves needed. That ball's hit down to Frank at second. He fires over to Mac, over to Joe. Will end down at third, but 2 outs now with a runner on third. Couldn't ask for anything better there. So 2 outs and Mr. Cubs up with a runner on third. Can the Braves get out of this inning with nobody scoring? Mr. Cubs says, I don't think so. He drives that ball in the deep left field. That ball is back, and going. Ernie Banks with a home run and makes this a 3-0 ball game, folks. How about that? Mr. Cubby brings up Ron Santo now with 2 outs, nobody on. And he keeps the hit parade going, drives that ball in the left field. They're getting around on Lou right now, really driving the ball. Go out and talk to Lou, try to calm him down. Need to get out of this inning. Here comes his former teammate, Mel Roach. And he struck out the last time. This time he's going to fly out to Lee May and right. That'll end the inning, but not until the Cubbies add 2 on the Banks home run. So we go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Cubbies. Here comes Lou Burdette, who's hitting 167 on the year with a home run. See if Lou can help his own cause here. And Lou strikes out to begin this third inning. 1 down now for the top of the order. Here's Lee May with the costly error in the first. Can he make up for it? And he gets a base hit in the left field. Matthews up with it, fires it in. So we got May at first with 1 out for Frank up here. See if he can move him over, at least get him in scoring position for the big bumpers. And I don't think so. That ball's hit down the second. Zimmer's up with it. He fires over the Mr. Cub. He fires over the Mel Roach. And we got an ending double play here. So we go to the top of the fourth. 3-0 Cubs. Al Heist is up now for the Cubbies. And he hits that ball down to second. Easy play for Frank. First time the lead batter's been out here for Lou. We go to Burkdale with 1 down, nobody on. And that's a 2-ball, no strike on Burt. And he walks the hard way. So Burt gets on. That brings up Ellsworth. Do we want to sacrifice him over here? I think we will. We'll do a little sacrificing here. Okay. Here's the pitch to Ellsworth. Corners are in. And a 21. That is out at first. Runner to second. Sacrifice works. And takes out himself. So we got a runner on second now. 2 outs for the top of the lineup. Here comes Will. 34. He's going to fly out the center. Hank's got plenty of room out there. That's the 3rd out. So the Cubs leave 1 on at second. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 3-0 Cubbies. Here's Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock due up. Let's see if the Braves can make some hay here. 62, and Eddie strikes out. 1 down. Ellsworth's pitching a fine game here so far. Here's Hank and old Henry Hank Aaron. What can he do? And he gets a single in the left. So Hank's on. Brings up Joe Adcock. See if they can get a little rally started here. Here's the pitch to Joe as we drop the dice, and now it's an official game. And let's see what Joe does. Joe hits that ball down the short and over to second for 1, the first for 2, and that ends the inning. The old double play. So now we go to the top of the 5th. Still 3-0. Here's Zimmer. And that ball is hit deep to right, but May's got room, makes the play, 1 out. There's Billy Williams up. 46, he hits that ball down to Matthews. He fires over the first for a 2nd out. There's Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. And he strikes Ernie out. Lose first 1, 2, 3 inning of the game. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0. Frank Thomas up. He is 1 for 1 today with that double. And he's going to foul out to Burkdale and behind the plate. First out of the inning. Here comes McMillan now. And that's going to be a pop up to short. Ernie calls everybody off. 2 down. Here comes Charlie. And Charlie's going to get a base hit here into left field. Gets on for Lou. And we're going to let Lou bat. It's only the 5th inning. And like I say, Lou's not a bad hitting pitcher. See if Lou can help his own cause here. 64, no, they strike him out in the bottom of the 5th. They leave 1 on. We go to the top of the 6th. 3-0 Cubs. Santo followed by Roach and Heist here in the 6th. A 61. That ball's hit down to short. Max up with it. Fires over the Joe for 1 out. There's Mel Roach. He's 0 for 2 today, and that ball's hit down to Mac again. And again, easy play. Fires over the first. Who's got it? 2 down. Now Heist. Let's see what happens here. 22. He's going to single in the left. So Lou can't get the easy 1, 2, 3 inning. I'll bring up Burkdale. See what Burkdale can do here with a runner on first and 2 outs. And he fires that ball in there, and it's a wild pitch. Heist will end up down at second. All righty, Burt now with a chance to drive him in with a base hit. And a 24, he strikes him out to get out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-0 Cubs. We got the top of the order due up. It's getting late here. Bray's got to make some hay with the big guys coming up. And a 62, that ball's going to be hit back to the mound. And Dick's got it, fires over to Roach for the first out of the 6th inning. Here comes Frank. Frank's 0 for 2 here. See if he can get off the snide. 52, that ball's going to be hit down the 3rd. Santo's up with it. Quick 2 outs here for the Cubs. Brings up Eddie. And he's going to fly out the deep left, but Williams has got room out there. An easy 1, 2, 3 inning for Ellsworth. So we make our way to the 7th. Ellsworth's due up, followed by the top of the order, Will and Zimmer, with the Cubs leading 3-0. And a 35, he strikes Dick out. That's the first out of the 7th. Here comes Will. He is 2 for 3. Let's see what happens. And this time he hits that ball down the 2nd. And Frank's got it. He fires over the Joe at first. 2 down. Here's Zimmer. 52. That ball's hit down to Eddie. So that's going to be a 1, 2, 3 inning for Lou. Brings up Aaron, Adcock, and Thomas as we make our way to the 7th inning stretch, folks. Take me out to the ball game. Here comes Aaron. 32. That ball's hit down to 2nd. Zimmer's up with it. Fires over the mill for the first out of the seventh. Joe Adcock's up, and Joe's 0 for 2. See if he can get off the snide. And he does. He belts that ball in the right field. I'll get a little bit of action up in the bullpen here. Want this game getting out of hand so the Cubbies will get some arms up. Here's Frank, who is 1 for 2 with a double. See what he can do. Can he get a base hit here and keep this rally going? 53, that's a 17. That's a single in the right, runner to third. Batter to second on throw to third. So nice job of hitting by Frank. Got second and third and 1 out. So they'll play for the out with a 3-run lead. Here comes Mac. Can Mac drive them in here? Make this a ball game, folks. A 61, that's going to be hit down to third. A high pop-up. The runners will have to hold. Santos got it. And that's the second out. That was a big out by Ellsworth. Brings up Charlie here. 2 down now. It's going to take a 2-out base hit to get him in. And a 31, he walks him. Loads the bases. We're going to have to pitch hit here for Lou. He's a good hitting pitcher, but he ain't that good. Let's see who we're going to bring in here to pitch hit. Sure. Braves ain't very strong with right-handed batters. I guess we'll bring in Felix the Cat. Montel, I guess that's our best option as far as right-handed batter goes. There's Felix. Alrighty, bases loaded, 2 outs. Let's see what happens here with Dick Ellsworth. And that's going to be a strikeout. He gets Felix the Cat. And that'll end the threat. Braves leave the bases loaded. Sure. That just took the steam out of this crowd. Now we got to figure out who we're going to bring in here for the Bravos. Let's see here. You got a lefty up, a righty, followed by another righty. Let's see, when did Ron last pitch? He last pitched on the 7th. How about Drambowski? When did he last pitch? He last pitched on the 4th. That's who we'll bring in. We'll bring in Mo. The pitch. All righty. He'll be facing Williams, Banks, and Santo here in the top of the 8th. 3-0. And here's the pitch to Billy. And that ball is going to be popped up to third. 1 down here in the 8th rather. Here comes Mr. Banks. Mr. Cub himself with a ball hit down the second. Frank's up with it. Fires over the Joe. 2 quick outs here in the 8th. Here comes Santo up now. And he's not going to have a 1-2-3 inning, folks. That ball is well hit in right field. That ball is back. Lee turns around and watches it carry over the right field fence for a home run. Not what the Braves needed. 4-0 now, Cubbies. Need to keep this game 3-0. Here comes Mel Roach. And he's going to hit the ball down the short. Max got it. That'll end the inning. But the Cubbies add one more. Make it 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. We do have the top of the lineup due up. Facing Ellsworth. Here's the pitch to May. And he drives that ball in the left field. And again, that'll get the bullpen stern for the Cubbies. Lead off batter on for the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Here's Frank. And a 63. That's going to be a fly out to center. Heist has got that. That's the first out of the 8th. 1 down. Here comes Matthews. And after that, Hank Aaron. Hey, Tim. See if Eddie can do something here. He is 1 for 3 with a single in the first. Let's see what he can do here. 32. That ball's hit down to second. His only plays over the Ernie. They get the lead runner, but can't get Eddie too fast. So the old 4-6 put out brings up Hank with Eddie on first. See if Hank can cut this lead in half. And he gets a single over first, runner to third, and Hank's going to steal second on the third pitch of this at bat. It's going to be a 2 balls, 1 strike count on Joe. So he gets a single in the right. Matthews ends up at third. And then Hank's going to steal second. We got second and third now for Adcock. See if Joe can drive these 2 ducks in. 2 ducks on the pond, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's not going to happen. That ball is hit back to Dick. He fires over the first to end the inning. So the last 2 innings, the Braves have left 5 men on base. Second and third and bases loaded. We go to the top of the 9th. Score 4-0 Cubs. Here comes Al Heist, followed by Burkdale and then Ellsworth. And we're going to let Dick bat. Like I say, 4-0. He scattered 9 hits over the 8 innings. It's gotten a few key double plays. Here's the pitch to Heist. 51. That's going to be a pop up to third. 1 down here in the 9th. Here's Burt. And that's going to be a base on balls for Burt. Ellsworth will try to bunt him down the second again. He was successful the last time. See what he can do this time. 25. That's a double play. That is popped up to the catcher. And they double them all. The end inning. That didn't work. Let's see here how we do this. Let's go back here. Look at a bunt here. How do we double them off? How do we double them off here? Double play. Okay, so we do sacrifice 2, double play 3. And that ends the inning, folks. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The bottom part of the order is due up. You got Thomas, McMillan, and Charlie due up for the Braves against Dick Ellsworth. Here we go. The Braves need some ninth inning magic, as RJL would say. And here's the pitch to Frank. And he's going to foul out to Burt behind home plate. That's the first out here. Here's Mac. He is 0 for 3. He's due. Let's see if Mac can get on. Not this time. He hits that ball down the short. Mr. Cub fires over the roach. And that's the second out. Braves are down to their last out. And it's Charlie. And Charlie's hitting a 058. To say Charlie's due is a way understatement. And how about this, folks? Charlie comes through with a single to left. Nice piece of hitting by Charlie. All righty, we'll have to have a pitch hitter here. I think we're going to break the rules of baseball. Our two best hitters are lefties, so I think we're going to bring one of them in. Or do we go with Logan? Let's bring in John. We'll go with the righty. John Logan's going to come in, pitch hit. See if he can keep the merry-go-round going. Here's Johnny. And a pitch to Logan. And 25, that's a 9. That ball's hit down to third. Santos got it. He's going to fire over the first to Roach. And that's going to end the game, folks. And the Braves get shut out 4-0 here in Milwaukee. They had some opportunities. Let's look at the box score and see how many runners they left on base. Plus, they hit into 2 or 3 double plays. Ernie Banks' productive day at County Stadium as the Cubs finish on top. Ellsworth picked up the win with the help of Banks' player of the game, 1 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs, and Chicago is now 15-8 on the season, and the Braves are back to 500. Chicago will go to Los Angeles and take on the Dodgers, and Milwaukee will travel out west and take on the G-Men, the Giants. Let's look at the line score here. Cubs on 4 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Braves, no runs, 10 hits and 2 errors. Like I say, Ellsworth scattered 10 hits over the course of 9 innings. Did a good job pitching around those hits. Will was 2 for 4. Mr. Zimmerman was 1 for 4. Ernie Banks was 1 for 4. And Santo was 2 for 3. So, like I say, nice piece of hitting by Ernie with that home run. That was the key to the game. It's him and Santo with the home runs. May was 2 for 4. Nice piece of hitting by him. Hammer and Hank, he was 2 for 4. And so was Frank Thomas against his old teams. And how about Charlie? 2 for 3 today. Sure, he's on a hot streak now. The Braves hit into 3 double plays and left 9 men on base. That was the killer. 3 double plays and left 9 on. Like I say, Lou went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, only 2 earned runs. 1 was unearned in the first. walked 2 and struck out 5, gave up the home run. Dombrowski, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, a walk, and again gave up that home run to Ron. Let's do some fast play scoring here for the National League. Let's see what happened out here in Cincinnati, Ohio, with the Cardinals taking on the Reds. And the Reds win. The Cardinals 1 run on 2 hits and no errors. The Reds 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Now let's go up to Philadelphia to see the Dodgers take on the Phils. And the Dodgers pound the Phillies 11 runs on 11 hits and an error. The Phillies 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. And the last game for the 10th is the G-Men, the Giants, going to Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. And the G-Men pound the Pirates with 8 runs on 12 hits and no errors. The Pirates 1 run on 5 hits and an error. Let's take a look at the standings after May 10th. And you got the Cincinnati Reds a half a game up on the Cubs. The Giants are 2.5 games back. The Cardinals are 3.5. Milwaukee falls to 4 games back. The Pirates are 6. The Dodgers 7.5. And the Phillies are holding the league up with 9 games back. I want to thank Tim for stopping by. Check out his channel. He's doing that 2007 Indians. I think he's on game 113, getting close to the end. Check those games out over there. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Milwaukee, hit that like button and leave some comments. I'm going to get off of here and get something to eat and then go out and mow the grass if it's dry enough. We might see you later on this afternoon. Until then, you all take care and have a great day.